Good day. I am Dr. Arvind Poswal from Dr. A's Clinic, New Delhi. I have been receiving a lot of requests from doctors, young doctors, and other people alike who want to continue their training in hair transplant, and they would like more lectures and surgery videos. So please email me or message me whichever topics you want the lecture on, so that I can expand on that topic for you. The correct way of hair transplant learning is not by seeing just a couple of YouTube videos or attending 1 or 2 day or even a 7-day workshop. The correct way is didactic training, learning each and everything in theory as well as observing hair transplant surgeries. Now, this requirement of observing hair transplant surgeries during this pandemic is something that is a bit difficult, and a lot of doctors have asked that if they could see surgeries. I welcome them. In fact, I always say that for learning hair transplant in the correct way, any doctor, no matter whether they are an MBBS doctor, whether they are dentist, a facial maxillosurgical surgeon, or a dermatologist, or a plastic surgeon, or a gynecologist, or anyone. The main thing is that hair transplant is not taught in any medical colleges. Therefore, correct training and learning of hair transplant techniques is a must. So that as a doctor, when you go out and you have to perform your first hair transplant, you should be confident enough to do so. Now, that confidence does not come by seeing 1 or maybe 2 surgeries, or maybe seeing surgery on a sheep or a cadaver. That is not the way. In other surgeries, in other specialties, for example, in eye surgery, if a doctor is going to learn eye surgery, the resident observes surgery over scores of surgeries. Let there be 50, 60, 80 surgeries. That is the way it should be in hair transplant, because there are many nuances. Each doctor has his own slight little surgical pearl, maybe how to take out a difficult graft, maybe how to level the scar, how to get the best growth in a hair transplant case, and maybe if it is a patient is a IV bleeder, how to handle that case. So that is something which I plan to start. In case you are interested, please do send me your email address at fusehair1@gmail.com, or you can message me on Facebook, right? Now, in these things, in doctors deserving or wanting to learn, we will be sharing videos of different types of surgeries. This will include repair surgeries, burn scars, surgical scars, transplanting hair and getting them to grow in these, seeing the correct way of use of the punches. Now, that is another thing. Just getting hold of a punch is not going to make, or a machine is not going to transform a doctor into a hair transplant doctor overnight. A lot of experience is required. A lot of observation is required. There are many different types of patients. There may be some in which the grafts are slightly more difficult to take out. There may be others in which the grafts come out very easily, but the placement may take more than normal time. So all these things, why I say is because we are in a stage where we have had to repair cases of so many clinics. I do not want to be in that stage. I would rather prefer that every hair transplant practitioner should be able to perform hair transplant in the correct way without any complications and giving almost 100% growth of the transplanted hair. At the same time, they should also master the art of hair transplant. Hair transplant is not just getting hair roots to grow in the bald area. It is to get a result. Now I see some people, maybe they get some hair transplanted, they see 100, 200 hair growing on top and they are happy. They think that this is hair transplant. This is not hair transplant. A good hair transplant would be undetectable even to the doctor. No one, your salon person, your barber should not be able to make out this has been done. For this we have started this initiative. Of course, this is free of charge for all doctors, but as I requested, please send me your emails, your name and medical registration. It does not depend whether you are MBBS or of any other specialty or if you are a dental surgeon either. Now in hair transplant, each step has special nuances. Making slits, I see people or doctors think that making slit is a very simple thing. It's not. The first thing, for example, I may ask you in form of a quiz, please reply, what is a lateral slit? Now I am not talking of coronal slits, I am not talking of sagittal slits, I am talking of lateral slits. Now most of the information or most of the things out there do not mention this basic concept. For a beautiful piece of art or for a beautiful hair transplant, learning the lateral slit technique for making slits is the first step. So like this, there are many other steps on which, like mega sessions or dense packing or graft estimates. We'll be having lectures on all of them and any other topic that you want. And we'll be putting surgeries for those doctors who do enroll for this program free of charge. We'll be giving you an opportunity to view surgeries, eyebrow surgery, hairline surgery, how to place the grafts, how we are taking them out, what instruments we are using, how we are able to take out grafts from this area without any scars, how we are able to extract these grafts and place them. It is not just the instrument which is important. It is not just the machine or the punch. Plus, it is not only the theoretical knowledge of the technique that is important. It is experience and observation in at least 50 patients. That would be the bare minimum, I would say, before I say issue a certificate and saying that yes, this person has learnt it to the best of his ability in an online format. Nowadays, it's difficult to go and learn, but we are working, we are doing surgeries in a totally corona safe center. I'll also tell you how to make your own center corona safe. But first, we'll talk about the upcoming lectures. Now in the upcoming lectures, the first series I'll divide is into basic terms. There may be some doctors who are absolutely new, who would need to know what a classification of baldness is. What is a graft? What is the meaning of graft measurement or graft estimates? And so on and so forth. Please let me know. And if you have any suggestions in which we can improve these, please let me know. Now someone suggested that we should also have case discussions. We'll have case discussions too, in which I can tell you, relate with you how I performed a particular procedure and what was the philosophy behind it. What was the reasoning behind it? How much was the patient's involvement in it? And how much was our own? Right? All those things do matter. I hope you join me and let me know your questions. Thank you.